Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to those of you who have been here before, and welcome as well to anyone who's new to my channel. I decided today, this is stemming from a sense of our duty as, not our duty, but what we are here to do at this time as humanity. I decided to check with the Elohim on the coronavirus. So that's what I'm going to be asking them to speak about today. So I've called them in. And the reason I am curious about this, I'm curious about our role as a human collective in the impact of this virus and how it's traveling the world and what it means to us, and even if they will share why it was created, because I'm becoming more and more aware that we are responsible, each one of us, in our own thoughts, in our own way of being in the world, for the energetic structure of events that happen on this earth, because everything is created from the spark of light within us. Everything in our own life is created from our own internal being, and in the mass consciousness as well. The more we project fear, which this virus is certainly generating a lot of fear, the more we project fear, the more we believe everything that's being told to us about this and believe that we need to be so fearful, then we're just generating more fearful events in the world. The more the energy of fear is being put into the world, the more that energy impacts the events that happen. And it's really important, I know this from my understanding from the guides and my own internal work, that we approach everything from a place of love. If we can find loving grace in everything that's happening and acceptance in what's happening and drop out of that fear, then the new earth is going to come to us much more gracefully and much easier. And so I decided to ask this out of my understanding of I'm looking for the right word. I don't want to say job or duty. Our responsibility, I guess I would say, to be very aware of the thought forms that we are projecting out into the world. Because the more we project hatred and fear, the more we're going to see that acting out in the world. And perhaps I'll do a video at another time that will just explain that more fully. For now, I just want to drop in and bring through the Elohim and just see what they have to share with us about this virus and what it means to humanity, and any information they want to share and how it came about and how we can best manage this time where there is so much mass fear built up around this coronavirus. So I'll invite them in now. Just going to pause a sec. And so it is, beloveds. It is our great joy and delight to come before you. As always, we see before us those who are of service to the light, who hold hearts that are pure. And in many of you, we see the difficulties and the challenges that you are facing at this time. And we say to you, dear ones, to be patient. We know that you are here at a significant time in the evolution of humanity. And if you can take a higher perspective on what that means, to be here in a 24,000-year cycle, where you come to the ends of this cycle every 12,000 years, it is a very significant time on this planet. And as you know, you are ascending from a 3D being into a higher frequency being. And as you do this, there is much that must shift and transform in this process. So we ask you to be patient as you learn the way of being in this new world that is being created, and as you come to understand how to let the old fall away and hold faith and trust that the new will find its way in its place. Be patient as All that no longer serves you comes to the surface to be cleansed and purified and released, to make way for new growth, new beginnings, beloveds. And so know that we are here with you. Your guides, the ascended masters, the angels, whatever beings you connect with are here with you, ready to guide and support you in this journey. And so when you find yourself in times of trouble and strife, remember to call upon those of us in the unseen realms who are here lovingly waiting for your request for our assistance. And so with this, we are delighted as well to speak to you about this virus that is creating so much fear in the mass consciousness at this time. And we ask, can you see, beloveds, how this fear is spreading around the world? Already it's gone from one continent to another and has found its way around your globe, because this virus, we would say, was created out of fear to generate fear, which it is doing very successfully. And we would like you to hold the point of view of knowing that everyone in this life experience chooses when they will leave the planet. And so even when you have what looks like an accidental death, or things such as plane crashes where a lot of people die and leave at one time, and it feels very tragic, we want you to know and understand that the souls who are having these experiences have agreed that this would be the way that they would exit the planet. This is not to be a perspective of lack of compassion. However, when you see it from the perspective of death being a transition, then for the one who has passed, it's actually grace moving through. And we would also like you to know that there are many who have contracted this virus who have been able to manage it very well. And so the numbers of deaths are disproportionate to the hype and the fear that has been generated around this virus. In the beginning, there were reports of flus in the past that have led to more deaths than this virus. So we would like you to explore where you are being manipulated into fear, where your media, in its efforts to have a good news story, and certainly your media loves to run for long periods of time with such a story and generate a lot of focus on that one thing, then they are going to keep doing that. And that in itself then keeps the fear alive on your planet, and people drop deeper and deeper into fearing their own lives. And so there are many underlayers to this, of course. When you have evolved to the point where you can accept that you will die at the moment that is right for you and no sooner, or that if you contract this flu and you are ill for some time but you recover, that it was the perfect thing for your growth and expansion and for your soul, then you will have a different perspective on what this means. And we know there are those of you out there saying, how cruel is that? What about the families who have lost their loved ones? Or what about families where 3 or 4 people have been sick? And we say to you, beloveds, again, we are coming from a higher perspective where there is an understanding that things do not happen randomly in your life experience. Things do not happen randomly in the world. Everything is a creation. Everything is created from your own conscious or unconscious beliefs. And so this one is beginning to feel that she, in choosing this topic, has most likely stirred up some reactions to what is being spoken here. And yet in her awareness, she lives very much in this understanding that she creates her awareness, and a place of accepting what that is, and is able to hear these words, but also aware that there are many who do not have that level of understanding, or who have not given the same attention to their own personal evolution, their own personal growth, that have the awareness that she carries. And so her concern is that this will be seen as dismissive and uncaring. And yet we would say, beloveds, that when we are asked to bring through information, we are not going to put rose-colored glasses on, as you like to say. If we are being asked to share what the experience is of this virus, then we are going to use it as an opportunity for you to have a better understanding of what this generation of fear does in your life experience. And so, people who will allow themselves to be so influenced by outside events instead of influenced by the internal knowing that they carry within themselves are having an experience that is helping them to see the reaction to that, the response of that. So when you walk in full awareness that you are creating your life based upon what you choose to believe, then most likely you are not one of the people who are fearful of contracting this virus. And so all the people who are now very deeply in fear, it is another opportunity for them to come to understand how influenced they are from outside events, as opposed to being autonomous within the self and knowing who they are within the self and trusting their soul path and their soul evolution and trusting their awareness of what they are choosing to create in their lives. So we would say that this virus is serving all the people who are ready to have that awareness, ready to have that understanding. And we would say, pardon me, that this understanding may not come through this one event. They may need many more events like this before they come to understand that they are not a victim of the outside world. They are creators from their own internal world. This is awakening more and more on your planet. And we would encourage this channel actually to do a course about this so that people could expand their awareness of this, their understanding of this. And she has done a video on the mirror effect that will give a deeper understanding of what she's talking about, that she can link at the end of this video. This is what we are referring to here, that it's an opportunity to see how the outside world reflects for you what you are carrying on the inside. So this virus is impacting those who are served by being impacted by this virus, as everything is always serving your highest evolution. And so, beloveds, we would say to those of you who are aware of your thoughts and of choosing, to keep your thoughts focused in love, to do all that you can to project love into the world, and also to use the violet flame of transmutation and transformation, and project that out into the world in your visions. Every day to imagine the violet flame coming up from the center of the earth, surrounding your entire energy matrix, this beautiful, loving, cool flame of light that cleanses and purifies. And imagine it then expanding out into your own home, up into the heavens, expanding out, up, above, below, until this entire planet is surrounded by this violet flame, like a beautiful ball of light being held within this flame. And the more of you who do this, the more you will cleanse and purify the discordant energies that this coronavirus scare is creating, and that it is symbolic of. The more you can use this violet flame, and we tell you, beloveds, that your intention does bring about this purifying energy of the violet flame. The more you do this, and the more of you who do this, the softer the impact is going to be of this virus, and the less amount of fear will be held in the mass consciousness, and therefore in the energetic soup in which you live. So you can even imagine like living in an energetic soup, if you will, that the broth of the soup be a beautiful rose quartz pink. Imagine that you are swimming in the pink loving energy of rose quartz, for this too will also help to dissolve these fearful thoughts and intentions and soften them back into light again. And so, beloveds, we are delighted to have this opportunity to be with you, as we always are when we are called by this one to be here. And she was not intending this, but we have just invited her to now offer a light language transmission and activation that will allay the fear that is running so much through the veins of the earth at this time, through your energetic grids, because of what is being created with this virus. To bring through light language to dissolve the fear. And so each one of you who intends for this light language to flow through you and out into humanity will be supporting this pure intent that the activation will dissolve the fear of this coronavirus and bring about healing and light, and anchoring in light everywhere that this light language is heard, everywhere that it is played, for every person who is receiving it, anchoring in light and purity and grace and acceptance, and the knowing of love and autonomy. And so it is, beloveds. We are delighted to have had this opportunity to express to you through this beloved channel. And we invite you to look within and decide within yourself what you will accept as your own truth. You do not have to accept what you see on the outside as your own truth. It is up to you what you choose to be your truth, regardless of what you see in the outside world. Move within, move to that spark of light within you, and trust that your life can be whatever you choose it to be. And give time to that thought, and spend time with that spark of light, and get to know the inner wisdom within you that is that bright sun shining in the center of your physical body. And so with that we leave you and invite the ancient ones to come in to speak through this sacred light language that will resonate deeply within your hearts. Invite it in, beloveds, if it so suits your choice at this time, and allow it to soften the experience of this coronavirus with grace and calm and inner awareness. And so it is. And so it is, and my deep thanks to the Elohim for bringing this message through. And Now I will invite in the ancient ones for the light language. I'ikla ichkana atwa i'iknai. Miktalawa aki ichkana a makatla ichkana atwa ichkanai o taktaki atawatki ana imaktaka ikawa atwa le ichkanai. Utataka awa ichkanai o. Hi akalawa ichkanai o manawa awana ichkana. That was reprogramming and clearing. Iku atla ichkana atwa ikanayo. Mitalawa a ichkanayo takwa ichkana. Matakaha ichkanayo tiki ikakli ichkana. Imaktaka I achwa I ana ikshnai o wa eta. Iwalachka I atna ichkanai okana. Matakahi awai o ichkana alawa ichkanai o taka atwatni. O taka atwatni ana tikshkna mikla atwa ichkanai. Utakalawa ichkana o wa Miakalawa ichkana o tiktaka atwa ichkana. Mataka achka natwa. Imaktaka ichkana. Ilaktaka ichka ikla atwa Utaka ichkanai atwa mana. Utaka ichka alawa ichkana atwa ichkana o itikta. Ichkai ho ikana atma ana. Malawa ochkanai aktikta atwa Yakna ichkana atwa ichkano miktaka atwa. Yakna ashki. Iktak atwa ichkana. Maktaka kachna imna. Imanatna no. Adawa ichkanai ato kalawa awa. Iachkani maktaki Makalawa ho ichkanai. Utakai itakai. Itakai ho itaki ichkana. Imaklawa ichkana atwa Utaka achwa na. Miachka atwa ichkanai. Utaka ichka. Mikalawa ha wana. Mikalawa ha na. Mitak tik tak tak ichkata. Imakla atwa yakna chakana. That was very strong, as you may have felt. And they were empowering us to be our own person, to not be looking outside of ourselves for any awareness of who we are, any awareness of what our experience is, to be autonomous within ourselves and creating for ourselves and deciding for ourselves what our life will look like, what our life will be. It was very strong, and I'm feeling more and more that this is our way as I'm growing into this new awakening and this new awareness of who I am, ever evolving as we all are, that this is growing stronger within me, as well as this piece about we are the creators of our lives. We are the ones that we need to go to find the wisdom and the understanding and the knowing. And so this light language was really anchoring that in with great strength and awareness and a sense of mastery within the self, and anchoring in this deep knowing that yes, I am the sovereign being that I came to be, and I am the master of my life experience. And so listening to this light language will help to anchor that in more and more. So if you find yourself in uncertainty or pulled around by life experience and feeling like things are out of control, then this light language is really going to help you with that. And as they said in the beginning, it's about releasing the fear and this, again, this deep inner knowing that I'm choosing what's going to be my reality, not based on fear that's being generated outside of me. I'm going to make the choice. It's reminding me of someone that I actually follow on YouTube who has recently discovered that she has an illness, and she is approaching it totally from the perspective that she's deciding what this means. And she just feels herself healing faster and faster every day because she's not buying into the program that certain systems would tell her this means. She's just not buying it. She's deciding for herself what it means. And that's really beautiful. And it's really what this is about. And it's about who we are as these new humans in this new frequency. This is available for us. And the more we hear about it and allow the seed to be planted, the more we can accept that this can be our reality as well. If it doesn't feel like you're there, the more we put it out there, the more people are going to give it some thought and allow it to find its way in and discern for yourself if it feels like your own truth. So please remember that by playing this light language to hold your intent as well, that the violet flame be emanating out into the world, and this light language be emanating out into the world to support each one of us in dropping out of the fear and stepping into the sovereign beings that we are. So, my friends, so much love. Thank you so much for being here. And I'm just going to put another little link at the end about an upcoming interview I have with Loren Gailey on Quantum Conversations. I'll put the link if you'd like to sign up. It's free, but you need to sign up so that you'll be notified of when it happens. So I'll put that there as well in case you're interested. And sending so much love and grace to you all.